Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between, well, this game is going to be between a ToD and a Hitman. ToD has spawned as the red human over here on the bottom left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Hitman, is it? Yep, I do have Hitman in the words on the top right. There you are. I like this name more. Ludic Okay, 2 days left to qualify. All right, let's go ahead and see what things are. Gonna go ahead and break things down here. Ultra of Storm and Burrow coming in from Hitman. Meanwhile, over here on the bottom left, we are looking at ToD opening up with Ultra of Kings, Barracks, and a Farm. Pretty standard openings here. ToD and Hitman, just talking to each other. Well, perhaps ToD trying to get under Hitman and make him wonder what exactly he's doing when he's playing multiple accounts, trying to qualify on multiple accounts. So do the people who insta-leave games, but alright. A terrific Tuesday, everyone. Isn't it Thursday? Yeah, kind of confused. Anyways, yeah, but this is no better. All right, let's go ahead and continue the matchup here. Both ToD and Hitman doing a little bit of exchanges there as we are going into a Farseer first, going up against an Archmage. We do see Warmill with the Barracks, so it will be Headhunters. Coming back around on the other side once more. What are we going to be opening up here? Archmage and Death Knight. No, not Archmage and Footman. Why was I thinking Death Knight? I was thinking about Death Knight because as a human player, I'm always thinking about the Death Knight. They also have games with 30. All right, well, talking about imbalances and whatnot, but some of that doesn't compromise the ladder integrity. All right. Well, trying to having things already stacked against you. Did you prefer 3 servers being it? Yeah, not me. All right, so apparently, well, I know Hitman really likes low latency games, so it actually doesn't come as a surprise to me that Hitman actually prefers the 3 server BattleNet system or more than the original, or more than this new W3 Champions. The one benefit I will definitely say that W3 Champions has is the fact that it is pulling everyone together, but that's something more of a necessity now that well, the Warcraft 3 has been fractured a bit and damaged by its own creator. Forest Troll Shadow Priest now looking to retreat back here. Footman trying to get in front and block. Very difficult. Very difficult for Warcraft 3 fans out there to give a proper response to Warcraft 3 Reforged. We want Warcraft 3 Reforged to be successful. We want Warcraft 3 to, and the game to continue to grow. But at the same time, in the same way, we recognize that, well, Warcraft 3 Reforged isn't the best game and wasn't made well. So how does the community of Warcraft 3 players properly critique a game that they know could have been made better, should have been made better, corners were cut, yeah, all of those things here. I've shared a lot of my thoughts already, and I'm sure I'm sure like Back to Warcraft has shared it, ToD has shared it, all community members of Warcraft 3 have shared it. I just find it interesting right now on YouTube. This is like new news. Like there are people who are critiquing Blizzard of like, did you know about this? We're like, yeah, no, the Warcraft 3 community has been talking about these issues and these problems or stopped talking about them for months now since they were old, and we pretty much saw all of the details and could pretty much infer what had really happened about the game, and now, well, other people are making comments. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump things down here. Level 2, level 1 on the Archmage Farseer. Headhunters are looking to retreat back. More Spirit Wolves are diving on in. I believe the Forest Troll Shadow Priest was taken out earlier, meaning no more abolished magic. Meanwhile, this mercenary camp was not cleared out, so not going to be having an easy time trying to get up that second healer. Meanwhile, Farseer off to the north here. Water Elemental gonna get taken down. Footmen do have defend. They're gonna try to reflect back some of that damage. Spirit Wolves there. Force Troll Shadow Priest is off to the south here. Gonna try and give a little bit of healing as Hitman gonna go ahead and come in from behind, try to get in additional damage. Archmage does have additional +7 damage there. Footmen are continuing to put pressure onto the Farseer. Farseer able to, well, put pressure onto that Footman. Footman has to be very careful, though. Can't stick around in this battle far too much as the Headhunters are continuing to chip away with damage onto that Archmage. Units will be retreating back. Water Elemental perhaps going to turn back around. And there you are. There you go. They will be retreating back once again as the Archmage and, well, Spirit Wolf continuing to fight here. Panda now picked up big Breath of Fire suddenly by ToD. And now the tides have turned. A big push in this battle. Breath of Fire representing a large amount of damage from that Panda as the units retreating back here. Ogre Warrior, Ogre Magi, Forest Troll Trappers, all these units going to get cleaned up here. ToD looking to clean up the remainder of these Ogre Magi Creep Camp. Archmage will most likely stay at level. Who's going to get the experience there? Yeah, Panda does get it. Picks up a greater potion of healing. A beautiful item pickup there. Meanwhile, ToD, I'm assuming, has a bunch of low hit point footmen back at home ready to get healed up. All right, more engagement. Back across here, there is the Panda with, Tome of Intelligence wants to pick that up, make sure it has plenty of mana for that Breath of Fire. Gonna turn things back around or leave the remaining creeps for Hitman to clean up. All right, Archmage now retreating back here. Panda may try to absorb a bit of damage or perhaps use this high ground here. Also has defend here. We're looking at a couple of ensnares go down as the Spirit Wolves now making their way over far. So you're going to bring up the rear here. Tauren Chieftain is there. We could be looking at a stomp. There goes one Footman. Another Footman could easily get finished off at the hands of the Farseer. Chain Lightning bouncing around. There's another Breath of Fire. Ogre Warrior going to fall, giving level 3 to the Archmage. All right, Panda now trying to make its way back over. We do have double Water Elementals going up against the Ogre Magi, and it looks as though Hitman not going to be pursuing to pick up that next consumable item, which is a Potion of Invulnerability. ToD sitting at, well, getting close to level, or getting up to level 2 now, should be going for Drunken Haze, a very nasty 1-2 combination to initiate the battle. You find yourself taking damage, a large amount of damage, taking damage over time, and also missing your target and being slowed if you try to walk away. Arcane Vault is now being added. Dual Arcane Sanctums is already up. And with this, Panda Archmage is going to try and push with a little bit more pressure. Panda has taken quite a bit of damage, but has that Potion of Greater Healing. Meanwhile, back off to the north, Tauren Chieftain doing his best to try and get to level 2. He already has Stomp, will be getting up Endurance Aura as well. And with this, well, the game is underway. Panda looking to finish off this Rock Golem Creep Camp. Brewmaster will not get to level 3, but should make significant progress there as the Archmage purposely stays a little bit back. My live season 3 episode. Thank you for tuning in. Panda, well, just trying to clear things up here. We are looking at, and this is a great use by ToD here. ToD's trying to make sure that the Archmage isn't gaining experience, but actually giving Brilliance Aura to the Priest, and then the Priest here to continue to heal. So Archmage not gaining, Archmage actually gaining the experience now, walking a little bit too close. Brewmaster, while trying to finish things off, perhaps the Forest Troll High Priest just had too much mana, making it difficult to try and clear up this camp. Back off to the north, Hitman is setting up an expansion. It's quickly going to get scouted out. Militia gets ensnared and captured and taken down. Meanwhile, Panda looking to finish off this Ogre Magi Creep Camp. It will get taken down, picking up a Circlet of Nobility, a third Circlet of Nobility now for that Brewmaster, who suddenly has 420 mana, 1,000 hit points, and is a very, very scary with that Drunken Haze and Breath of Fire. Coming back over here is the Archmage. Wow, ToD gonna perhaps try and do a little bit of a dangerous creep. Same thing for Hitman over here on the top left. Both sides creeping out their respective corners of the map as the Overlord is going to easily be surrounded. There's a Breath of Fire trying to breathe back up onto the hill. A little bit of damage added there, but the Overlord does get taken out, giving War Song Battle Drums. All right, bit of a damage bonus for the Footmen, the Priest, the Sorceresses, all units across the board. Meanwhile, the Panda going after the Forest Troll Berserker, Ogre Magi, and these other remaining units. Archmage may get up to level 4, if not there, be very close to there. overall supply. Hitman sitting at 50 over 51. Meanwhile, ToD is sitting at 48. Panda up to 435 mana. And here we are. There's the engagement as the Tauren Chieftain lands a very critical stun. Double ensnare and double stun right there. The purge onto the water elemental. Panda gonna perhaps try and engage here. There's a drunken haze. There's a breath of fire across multiple units, but the Tauren Chieftain with lightning shield dealing quite a bit of damage. Kodo Beast eating up a footman here. Archmage trying to go after the Tauren Chieftain as the lightning shield is just tearing through many of those units. However, the casters are trying to constantly be moving, and by moving, it is making that Tauren Chieftain not deal that much damage. Kodo Beast trying to dive on in here. Spellbreakers could get taken down. Panda does have plenty of mana. Scroll of Town Portal being used. Are we going to see a Drunken Haze Breath of Fire across those units? No, we are not, even though the timing and the positioning look fairly decent. Scout Tower now done, or will be done here to try and act as a deterrent. Perhaps that was the reason why ToD, there's a Drunken Haze, there's a Breath of Fire, little bit of damage over time. But no trailing burn right there. Headhunter here taking a little bit of damage as he escapes. I got to give that a battle to Hitman there. Hitman clearly winning that fight. However, he does not have a fully saturated gold mine. Meanwhile, ToD has the additional workers and is fully saturating that gold mine here as the Archmage is sitting at level 4 for that level 2 Brilliance Aura. Null Overseer getting taken down. Claws of Attack +5 handed off to the Archmage. Archmage does not have a Scroll of Town Portal as the Tauren Chieftain and remaining units trying to clear up this high ground. Easy Ogre Magi creep camp. Ogre Magi was already taken down, dropping that health stone. 11 minutes 20 seconds into this game, still no sign of a clear victor as of yet, or clear advantage, as ToD goes after this gargantuan sea turtle over here in the bottom right hand side of the map. Let's move back off to the north here. We do see Robe of Magi on that Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain having a decent amount of mana as well. Brewmaster, however, now up to 535, and that is perhaps going to be the scary factor. Am I more afraid of a level 3 Mountain King, though, with Thunderclap? That is the question, whether or not that sudden appearance of the Brewmaster at the battle at the tavern was a big enough deterrent to go for a Panda over a Mountain King with Thunderclap. Mountain King with Thunderclap does have a bit more range, though, as the Panda now trying to, catch up to these targets. There's a constant purge. Mountain King with invisibility versus Tauren Chieftain with invisibility, using those potions of invisibility. We've seen that in the past. And ToD, apparently prefers to go after the Panda instead of those other units there. There's a Drunken Haze. There's a Breath of Fire. No Drunken Haze on the Grunt, so no damage over time here. Meanwhile, these units are still trying to retreat back. We're going to see one Grunt down to 14 hit points. One Priest should be able to attack it and finish it off. Come on, one final shot there. Nope, does not finish it off as the Grunt is able to escape away. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, Scroll of Healing, all used used right behind each other. There's Kodo Beast now trying to get back, and it will be able to get away. And this battle is all over the place. Chain Lightning, Purge, Lightning Shield being thrown down. Panda now sitting at level 4. And this battle is just all across the screens here. A beautiful Breath of Fire taking on a Wind Rider there with that very long range that, just goes beyond the actual animation. More battles coming across here. Brewmaster already down to 100 mana and from 550 as it tries to finish off more units. Chain Lightning bouncing around once more. Spellbreakers actually unable to absorb that Chain Lightning damage, and because of that, the other casters and other units are actually in a little bit of a dangerous position. Panda has a Potion of Greater Healing and a Potion of Invulnerability. We're looking at ToD sitting at 57 supply compared to Hitman's 50 or 48 now. He's going to go back and try and, train up some more units, get back up to a good supply. It looked like he was banking a good amount of gold for a little bit. Hi, Mita. How are you doing? All right. Brewmaster sitting at level 4. Archmage sitting at level 4. Ogre Mauler, Forest Troll High Priest, Forest Trolls, Berserkers, all of those units will be taken out. And meanwhile, once more, Ogre Magi could be dropping another powerful consumable item. Mana Stone, Health Stones are, well, Anka Reincarnation also fits that bill as well. It resurrects with 500 hit points and the same amount of mana as when it died. So sometimes you have mana, sometimes you don't, depending on how you spend it. Meanwhile, Farseer is actually in a little bit of trouble, taking quite a bit of damage there and losing quite a bit of mana. Farseer down to 200 hit points, down to 167. Does it have any way to stay alive? Scroll of Speed now being used. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire to try and force an engagement as the Panda is still in that frontline spot here, trying to fight here. Tauren Chieftain may try and throw down a Stomp, only gets 2 heroes. The 2 heroes aren't going to be stunned for long as the Chain Lightning go around to the backside there. There's another Breath of Fire, not quite reaching the backline of that Farseer. Scroll of Healing was used there. There's a beautiful Tauren Chieftain Stomp, racking up that damage. Chain Lightning bouncing across all of the casters. Spellbreakers having good amount of hit points, but having, well, no way to absorb that orb, that Chain Lightning there, as there is a tactical retreat. 60 supply compared to 59. Level 4 going up against level 4. Both sides are on 2 bases. Both sides do not have upgrades, and, well, it is Stronghold versus Keep. A true mirroring in terms of positioning as the Archmage inches its way to level 5. Level 3 Brilliance Aura chosen over level 2 Water Elementals. Panda now makes its way off to the north here. Spellbreakers, well, 0/0 upgrades. Here, Tauren Chieftain, Farseer, where are they going to perhaps try and travel off to? Getting level 3 Stomp is absolutely important. Also, high ground here, the creep camp, the Overlord was the only one that was taken down. The remainder of the creeps were not taken down there, so there's still a decent amount of experience left on that high ground. Archmage purposely keeping a little bit of distance here. Brewmaster very close now to level 5, and level 3 Breath of Fire coupled with that damage over time could be enough. All right, but meanwhile, back down to the south here, ToD's Arcane Vault going to get taken down. Spirit Wolves already coming across. Chain Lightning bouncing across, taking down some of those peasants, as well as the, well, Spirit Wolves or the Dire Wolves are now getting in some critical strikes. In exchange of expansions, well, Peons, it's a Great Hall going to get finished off here, and now there is the tactical retreat there. Are we going to see perhaps some slow as the Tauren Chieftain does get up to level 5? All right, a little bit of damage there. Shadow or Dire Wolf able to finish things off. Tauren Chieftain at level 5. Panda now seeing that level 5. Level 3 Breath of Fire is now online, but currently on cooldown. Spellbreakers getting ensnared. Kodo Beast going to start eating up some lunches here in just a moment as the Panda wants to, well, get some damage onto some of these fleeing units, but the Kodo Beasts are just simply, well, moving far and away. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, that's a beautiful position. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across multiple units, damage over time. As are we going to see, yes, one Raider does end up burning to a crisp. Turning back around, Archmage continuing to battle it up here. Tauren Chieftain Stomp, waiting for the Stomp, trying to get away there. Does get the Stomp, but the spell does go down first. Chain Lightning bouncing across, and there's another Lightning Shield to add in more damage. 55 supply compared to 50. Tauren Chieftain Stomp, Chain Lightning, and follow-up. Nasty damage across the board. Kodo Beast, very low on hit points. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, not getting the low hit point Kodo Beast in the back. 51 supply compared to 50, as the Water Elementals are still trying to engage as well. Militia trying to retreat back, low on hit points. Are we going to see a Breath of Fire? We should be looking at a Breath of Fire right there. Turning back around, there goes Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire to finish that unit off. Another Spellbreaker trying to be rescued, down to 800 some odd hit points. No Rifleman to get past that unarmored 1,000 hit point Kodo Beast, as the Spellbreakers are trying to just crack that beast open to get their brethren out of the belly. Panda now going to do a little bit of follow-up here. Tauren Chieftain giving Endurance Aura to, across here. There's a Drunken Haze. There's a Breath of Fire. But no, the Drunken Haze did not actually hit the Shaman. I thought I saw the Drunken Haze. Scroll of Healing now counteracting there. Panda in a little bit of trouble, using a Potion of Invulnerability to fight their way through. Going to be able to stick around a little bit longer. Meanwhile, another Breath of Fire coming across. Spellbreakers getting taken down. 51 supply compared to 51, as both sides are still engaging here. All right, Brewmaster down to 300 hit points. Is it trying to get healed? Is it going to use a Potion of Greater Healing? Gonna go ahead, yes, use the potion after dropping the Circuit of Nobility back up to almost 800 hit points, and could turn things back around. Water Elemental's having a little bit of problem. Brewmaster could try to get a Breath of Fire off, does get another Breath of Fire off, and that damage just continues to add up and add up. Scroll of Town Portal saving that Tauren Chieftain. He was down to 14 hit points and able to get away. Back off to the north, 3 Kodo Beasts, Tauren Chieftain purposely trying to hide. Wolves are going to be trying to retreat away. They're easily taken down as well, as the Spellbreakers have a glaive and ready to throw on that Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain trying to hide in the very far back. There's a surround, a potential surround there. Are we going to be looking at a Breath of Fire? There it is, Breath of Fire across both heroes as the Brewmaster will be forced to retreat back again. Spellbreakers trying to retreat back here. Burrows do not have the fortified armor upgrade. The Priest and the Sorceress could easily rack up damage as the Brewmaster gets taken down with an Ankh of Reincarnation. 500 hit points. He will get back up again and well, does his best impersonation of a level 6 Tauren Chieftain. Doesn't have the full hit points or the full mana though, just back in the game here as the Archmage continuing to fight back around. All right, Tauren Chieftain trying to retreat back. Kodo Beast trying to retreat out as well. A couple of low hit point units. That Kodo Beast seems a bit far away from all of the action as we now look at level 6 on the Archmage. All right, that is going to be the GG. Hitman unable to execute and or use his Tauren Chieftain effectively as it was so low on hit points, and the inability of Orc to easily heal units coming back. ToD able to chip away and then bring the fight over into the Orc base, making it difficult to engage in a battle. Farseer wasn't able to hold on long enough. Tauren Chieftain was away from the fight, and without the stuns and the lightning shield, unable to really chip away at that damage as ToD started to build a commanding lead. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Let me know what you guys thought in the game or in the comments below, and you'll see me next time.